Hi there and welcome to This Week at the DIF. In just 200 seconds I'm going to start the timer and Seb and I are going to take you through some of the must-watch shows from this week. Here we go. Ready, Seb?
Ready.
I'm going to press it.
I'm ready.
We're off. Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is this, the DIF launch party.
Hosted right in this room.
Yes,
A bit of fun.
Is that all you've got to say?
plenty of other things going on. So we had Ken Webster talking about reconnecting people to the economy. This idea that the economy is not a force of nature, it's created by decisions and we have agency. And we also had Liz Corbin from Materium, a materials lab factory, talking about how designers need to be reconnected to their materials, and she brought some stuff in that she baked in her kitchen.
And there was a third guest, Wayne Hubbard from London.
The City of London. That's obviously city is a big theme at the DIF where a lot of this happens. He was talking about London's strategy of big vision goal and some of the local projects they're doing on the ground towards circular economy.
Right, that's the launch party. Let's move on to Wednesday. We had this session in the afternoon, Understanding Through Storytelling with Jean Bellinger, who's of course is a great systems thinker.
The first rule about systems thinking, you don't talk about systems thinking.
I failed then, haven't I? But so I guess what he tells us then in this show is that systems thinking is quite a difficult subject for people to approach, so we need to soften it a bit by telling stories so that people can understand complex issues.
Yeah, so he has his sort of diagrams and stuff, and he was really saying that systems thinkers have got in their own way by making it into this difficult theoretical concept.
Okay, number 3. What is the future of making things? You hosted this session.
Me and Stevie P were on the sofa together, and so he's talking about generative design, computational design, and he brought these incredible stories of students who have been inspired by these new tools, and it's made it possible for them to imagine redesigning everything. So they can go away 2 weeks later after being introduced, have produced something completely new with new principles.
Okay, that was a nice show. All these are available to watch, of course, but let's look at the fourth one we picked out, the development paradigm.
Circular Economy CEO Harold Friedel with our very own Nick Jeffries. Why is the circular economy not more part of the development discourse, especially in countries like Africa and Asia? Really good conversation and one that we've heard a few times before.
So the idea that the circular economy can help these nations that are economically less developed get us a few steps up the ladder.
A new development paradigm where they can skip some of the steps other countries have taken and actually go to a place where they're delivering on a much wider range of benefits.
All right, 10 seconds to go. If cities are the answer, Seb, what is the question?
We never really answered that question, did we?
We didn't. It's another great show that you can watch, though. That was from yesterday. And the last one we wanted to throw up was this one here. We've been beaten by time. But this is a great video that's available from today. So that's our 6 top tips of things you can watch from week 1 of the DIF. But there are probably, I don't know, 40 different shows that were on this week. So all sorts of stuff that people can catch up with at thinkdiff.co, and I'll turn off my timer. Thanks very much for your time, and we'll see you next week at the DIF.